Hey guys, welcome back to Treasure Light's Breakthrough. I'm your host Treasure Light, and today I said I was going to let you guys see the outside of the tent and what I had to do to tweak it to get it to work right. And I'm going to be adding an addition today because it's supposed to rain tonight. And as I stated in a previous video, when I was on Amazon getting the tent and I read the reviews, everybody was saying that it leaks at the bottom. And so I just put some plastic under there. I'm going to have to get a bigger piece, and I do have a piece that came from my bed. When I bought my bed, there was a big plastic, strong plastic that came with it, you know, wrapping the bed up in it, whatever. Okay, anyways. So I ended up giving that to my mother, but she also got a bed for my nephew, so she has that plastic from that too. What I'm going to be doing today, though, simply because I do want to spend the night in here when it's raining, and I was going to just test it to see if it was definitely waterproof, but I'm really not in the mood to do that just yet, and it's supposed to rain again on Sunday. Um, and so in that case, I'll test it probably that night, but tonight it's supposed to be 50% chance of rain starting at 6. And so what I'm going to be doing is, I, well, first of all, let me tell you what this is about. I made these guidelines, okay, out of some really strong plastic twine. It's very sturdy. I doubled it, and I took some stakes that were much longer because the stakes that come with it are very, very thin and very, very short, and they just plucked right out of the ground. So I took some stakes in order to do the guidelines to pull it out. I have it in both in the front and in the back. And so with the small stakes, in order to keep the sides down, I had to go in with, on this side, a big metal nail. On the corner on that side and the corner on this side, I had a metal plank that had holes in it, so I just banged that into the ground. It was about 12 inches. Banged it into the ground and stuck the part of the stake that sticks out, because you know it's like in an L shape. So the part that sticks out, I stuck in one of the holes and just banged it further into the ground. And on the other end, on the other side, I just put two of the small stakes that came with it. And because it was held down so firmly, that worked okay. Um, Pulling the guidelines here that I made, and guidelines, Guylines. Pulling the guidelines made the part that goes over the vent. So this here, this by the way was what was flapping last night and hitting the side of the tent and making me think that something was out there trying to get me. All right. But anyway, putting the guidelines on, since it wasn't actually, they didn't come with it, and it wasn't asked, you know, or told that you have to use that. But people tweak their tents all the time. So when doing that, it made this very, very tight, and I don't think it's going to cover if rain was to come in, because it doesn't flap over now, being that it's so pulled. And so what I've decided to do is, I have an old, my old background that I bought when I was doing my very first YouTube video. I bought my backdrop. And it came with, of course, the pole. Well, it didn't come with the pole, but I bought the pole and all that other kind of thing. And these clamps here came with the pole in order to clamp the backdrop onto the pole. And I don't use it because it takes too much space up. This is a 7 by 5 foot not tarp, backdrop. And I have another one that I prefer, but this one is like made of a plastic material. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to drape that over the tent so that I can be in there tonight. And so that's what you guys are going to watch me do right now. So let me get to it and see how it works out. I'll still be able to get air in the vent from the vents at the top. And this is a pretty decent size. And you guys probably remember seeing this on another video. It's very naturey. So I know it probably wouldn't go all the way to the ground. That's why I'm doing it this way. But I just want to make sure, like I said, I don't get rained on. So I'm going to drape it over, and then I'm going to clamp it on with those clamps, because those clamps are very, very, very strong. Like, they're very strong. Okay, so I'm just going to do it like this, basically, leave that other spot open. Okay, well, the wind is, I should have brought the clamp over. Now the wind want to blow all of a sudden really hard. It wasn't doing that just a few minutes ago. But anyway, let me just bring some clamps over. And I'm just going to clamp it to you. So, if I in the future want to use it again, it won't be torn up and all that. I hope it doesn't get torn up. I'm going to leave that part like that. And I'm just going to clamp them on. Onto the metal rods here. And that's just to hold it in place, so that when the wind kicks up and blows it around, it should be fine. It also might make it a little cooler, simply because I think the camouflage makes it really hot. So this might help to make it cooler. But as you guys can clearly see, if I pull, it doesn't just come off. So, I mean, I can make stuff out of nothing, and I can make stuff out of something. And, you know, when I'm all said and done, I'm happy with what I do. And because of the guidelines, that kind of helps lift this up here. So I can always pull it more if I want. But this should protect me from rain getting literally on me. It doesn't, of course, go all the way down, but I don't really need it down on the bottom part. I just need it mostly up at the top, because this tent is supposed to be waterproof. But the fact that they say it leaks at the bottom, which is also supposed to be waterproof, really doesn't, you know, jive too well with me up here. If the bottom leaks, then maybe the top might get a little water coming through or something like that, spaces in between the stitchings from me pulling. So just to avoid all of that, put that on there. It should block out most of the sun so the heat doesn't keep on, you know, piling up and getting inside of there and really making it like a sauna. Like I said, I don't even know if I mentioned this, but if I wanted to, like, do something in the realms of losing weight in a sauna, trust me, if I sit in here like a day box, you know, they used to have those back in the days. If I sit in there like a day box, trust me, I'll sweat, and that's not really good. I did when I first got it, and I put it up. I stayed in it in the daytime, fixing it and all this other kind of thing, and working on it and sitting in there to see how the space was and all that. And when I tell you guys it was hot, I even did a video, but I canceled that whole video because I was so hot and I was getting so agitated, it was not worth it to put a video out that was like really, you know. And you see how quickly that went up. So it doesn't take anything to take it off, and I can wash it. Like I said, it's plastic material, so it should do well with the rain. It's like having an umbrella over there, you know. And that's something else I got to bring out too. I'm going to bring out the umbrella just in case I have to go in the house for some reason. I forgot something or whatever. That way I can step out and go inside the house, and I won't have to get all soaked before making it to the front of the house. And then there's also, of course, my other pair of water shoes. I had these on yesterday, and I had my pink ones out, and I think I showed my pink ones on the video. But these are the purple and blue ones that I have, and I mean, I'm really, like, I love these. You can wear these on the beach in the water because they dry very quickly. And we got a little padding on the bottom here. Mine's coming up, so I'll probably end up, you know, Gorilla gluing it back down. But I might leave it like that so I can put insoles in here sometimes. Because I do have some slide-in insoles, and since these come out, I might just slide my insoles in here just to make it a little more comfortable when I'm walking on this hard ground and sometimes occasionally stepping on stuff that can poke me. But anyway, I'm going to start leaving a pair in here, and I have the pair in the room. So this is what's basically going on. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to walk you guys around to the back and walk you around the whole thing. And I might be pulling this, depending on the slant of the rain. You know, it could come this way, it can come that way. I'm going to pull it to the side that the rain is really hammering on. The wind right now is going to your, I think this is the what? The west? So The east side is pretty good. That might be the east. I don't know. Listen, I'm not good with the geography thing. All right, but as far as I'm concerned, I know north and south, and that's all I need to know right now. But the wind is coming in, will probably be coming in at a trajectory like this. So if there's rain and wind, and the wind continues in this direction, then I'll need to have it down on that side more. In the back, like, and with this being like over like this, so when I zip it up, or I probably won't even have it, I probably will roll this up and just tie it on. But if I zip it up, maybe tie it on sideways, this here, these little hooks here. Alright, and then the same thing with the net one, you can do that with that one too. So let me just take this up and show you guys how with the guidelines it helps pull it out and make it like where it's like a little shelter here at the front. So water should come in. And I might even just get something and just like, you know, I might not. Because like I said, the good wind is blowing, and that's wonderful because it's showing what it'll basically do in the type of wind we have right now. And later on, if there's rain, and the wind will probably be about the same strength, if not just a little bit more, because it really doesn't get gusty at this time. Like June, July, August, like the hot months when we have rains that are torrential, it really comes down, and it comes down hard. I can easily take this up because I just dug it into the ground, so I can easily take it up, fold it up, put it in the house during the rainy months and whatever, so it doesn't have to sit out here. It doesn't have to blow all around all over the place or whatever, in case gusts of wind can pull it up, like, 'cause sometimes it gets that hurricane kind of wind here in Florida. So this is the only plastic I have up underneath this, and it can slide under kind of easily. And I'm gonna just take this in and just get the grip one and slide it up underneath there, because that one will fit. Because my bed is about 6 feet across, and so this is 6 feet across. It should go all the way across, and that way I can probably avoid getting soaked. I might even take this and just put this on the inside. I don't know. I'll see about that. Because I do have more than one piece of plastic. Because I also had bought a frame, a metal frame, and that also came with plastic. And this is strong. This is strong plastic. So the other one is much stronger than this one, the one that came off the bed. This one I think came off of some other thing that I bought that just required it to be wrapped up. But yeah, so I'll probably bring that out, and that'll be the last thing I slide up underneath there. Oh, and as I was showing you or telling you guys last night, this is how I have the cord that's outside. So that way water can't get in and end up electrocuting me. I have the tape all the way down on the cord and plug like this, so that way I can avoid any kind of accidents. That will be on top of the plastic too that I put up underneath here. And hopefully that'll work out, because I do think that if it lifts up and rain goes on top of the plastic, of course it's probably going to end up inside on the bottom. But once again, I have the rubber yoga mat down. I have my sleeping bag that is waterproof as well. And then I'll have that plastic so that at least the ground, when it gets soaked, it won't be so much. Because in the videos that people took, there was water like inside the tent. It wasn't like, oh yeah, it's just wet. It was water literally pooling inside the tent. So I don't want that problem. So that's what I'm going to do, is I'm going to lay down that, and I might end up poking some holes in it, some small holes, so the water can drain and go to the bottom and basically go back into the ground. So that's what I'm hoping will happen with the way I do this. So that's it, guys. I'll be doing another video probably like while it's raining and whatever, because I want to show you guys properly how I was led to this in the first place. I want to show what I was watching and all that, and give you guys the names of the things I was watching, so that you can see how I was led to doing this right here, and part of my, you know, meditation and sanity and all that good stuff. So I'll talk about that in the next video that I do tonight. And like I said, hopefully we get some light rain, not too heavy, and just so I can hear the pitter-patter of the rain and whatnot. And so that's about it. So I'm going to go on inside and I'm going to download this video really fast so I have space to do the other one. And that one is going to be a shorter tutorial than, or not tutorial, but a shorter video than these last two, simply because, or the two previous, simply because I'm just going to tell you guys what I watched and so forth and so on. But I'm really going to want to enjoy my time in here, first time in here with the rain coming down and all that good stuff. So yeah, so that's how I work this out. And I'm going to walk you guys in the back. No more talking at this point, and just show you how I have the guidelines in the back too, pulling it out. Let you guys see how it's spread out in the sides too. All right, so let's go. All right, guys, that's it for this one. Thank you for watching. Please like, share, subscribe, and let me know if you like the design and what I've done and how I've implemented other things to help me out. And tenting is a good thing for the sanity, but like I said, we'll talk about that later. All right, so please like, share, subscribe, and leave a comment down below. Thank you so much. I do appreciate you guys watching and keeping me company while I jabber on about my life. And I'll see you guys in the next one after we get some rain. All right? Mwah. Love you guys. Bye-bye.